We're going to be scanning the truck to come up with a set of Lemons headers that hopefully make it onto their website. But we're hoping that we can come up with something that you as a consumer can buy, the What in a Way headers. I'm not 100% sure if that's what... They're coming here and we're going to scan this thing and we're going to make a custom set of headers for this truck. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the shop. We are back. We've been off traveling, doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff, but I do have to say we got some work to do. Frank needs to get some work done to it, so we are getting after it. I got my little helper here with me. So we had a situation at Border Wars where we ended up torching two heads. Now, where do you get two heads for an LS engine that are the same as what's on current engine you're running? You get it from the engine that is in the back of your truck that was brought up for Frank. So right here is our, their boost ready engine from Powertrain products. And we had to steal the heads off of it for our other Powertrain products engine. And we're not exactly, we got to dig in and see what happened with this one. But I think what happened is we lifted a head and then we might have nicked the block when it torched, and it just a situation that without machining the block in between putting another set of heads on, you're just going to keep torching them. So that one, it still runs great, but we had to use two of the heads off of Frank's engine. So right here, we got a couple. Oh, where are they? They're right there. We got some new heads. So this week's project, we've got to get the engine assembled with the new heads, get all the valve train put back on it, and then we're gonna get our headers put on. Now, we bought a set of headers, but we got something real cool coming. So these are 1 7/8 primaries into 3.5 inch collectors. Now, you guys know we work with Lemons headers, and we thought this was a perfect opportunity to do something with Lemons. So Lemons is going to be coming to the shop, and we're going to see how these headers fit. We're going to be scanning the truck to come up with a set of Lemons headers that hopefully make it onto their website. So you'll be able to buy for like the 99 to, I believe it's 07. I'm not 100% sure. I got to check frames and everything like that. But we're hoping that we can come up with something that you as a consumer can buy, the What in a Way headers. I'm not 100% sure if that's what... They're coming here and we're going to scan this thing and we're going to make a custom set of headers for this truck. But for now, because that does take time, we have a set of headers that's for this body style that we are going to put on here so that we can go and compete. So we got to get the engine assembled, get it attached to our FTI transmission, and then we got to get it set in the truck so that we can set the front ride height with the weight on it. And then we get back to our QA1 stuff here, and we're going to start getting this 4-link done. And then another thing, when I was at the Iola show, I met a very nice gentleman that they build back half kits and stuff like that for really anything. So we're trying to figure out if the ladder bar system on this car is good. I mean, for as fast as we went, it took all the power and everything. But we might switch it out to a 4-link. But in order to do that, we will have to cut out the whole back half and change it. It's a lot of work. And then we got our 12 valve from Industrial Injection that we might have found a truck for. So we got more projects than we know what to do around here. I need to hire someone. Hey, buddy, are you lifting stuff with the engine hoist? These boys just love that engine hoist. So yeah, that's what we're up to today. We're gonna get the engine in, and then we can fit the harness. Like all the stuff. We can start working on this and get the Pro Charger kit installed. We can get all the sheet metal put back on the front end, get the intercooler put on. I do have to find a really big radiator because we're gonna mount the radiator in the back of the truck in the box. We have to cut the box up. We got a lot of work to do, and we got about a month and a half to get this done so that we can hit LS fast. So let's get after it. All right, so I put on some kinetic gaskets on this thing. We swapped out the valley cover for just a billet cover because we aren't running NOx sensors in this. So we're gonna slap the heads on and then we will get the balancer torqued up. Looks sick. So these are LS3 style heads, I believe, but these are from Powertrain products. They've been ported on their port program. So we got to clean all these up, get all the oil off of them so that they seal properly, but we got ARP head studs. We'll start bolting some stuff down here. I'm trying to work here. All right, guys, so we got the heads torqued down. We are going to just double check that this intake fits on here. And then once we have that double checked, we'll get the rockers on it and we can basically seal this thing up. We can put the lower section of the intake on, get all that done, get the balancer torqued down. We should be able to put this thing in there tomorrow, I hope, but I'm sure my wife has things for me to do tomorrow. So probably won't get a whole day on this. All right, buddy? Yeah. We got our valve train in. We got our Holley LS valve covers. So huge shout out to Holley. We got a bunch of Holley stuff going on this thing. And for anyone wondering, these are the valve covers that are running the 241112. They're the tall LS black. That's what I'm running. I was gonna get these done kind of similar to what ProCharger looks like, but we're on a very tight timeline here. So we could probably put the intake on, get that mounted. Actually, maybe that's the next thing we'll do. We got the Holley mid-rise intake, and it's 3 pieces, which I'm not sure how I feel about it, but if we ever decide to switch this over to carbureted or like put 2 snipers on it or something like that, we have that option with it. All right, so here's our intake that we're using. Now, like I said, it's a 3-piece. So because we were using like the high ram top to it, that bolts onto here because I didn't want to use the low rise, but I didn't want to use the high rise just for clearance. And then also so I settled on the mid rise. So we're going to try this one out. It's the Holley 300-134. Once again, this is O-ring gaskets. We'll get these O-rings installed and then we'll get it set down on here and get it all torqued up. And then we can start fitting the top on it and all that stuff. I'm going to get these gaskets installed on here, these O-rings, and then we'll set it on. We'll get it all torqued up and we're good to go. All right, so we got our intake torqued down here. So now we can... I can show you how the top works on this. So again, this is their mid-rise. So if we wanted, we could put 2 4-barrel carbs on here or 2 of the sniper setups. It's really kind of a cool system. There's lots of options, but I'll show you what I got for it. This is the top for it. So now it bolts down through there. We've got to get gaskets and everything, but everything is machined like pretty well. Perfect. It's awesome. I don't know that I'm going to mount this right now. Like I need the room with my chains for putting it in here. So actually we'll get the top and I'll show you what the top looks like on it. So this is what it looks like with the top on. I think my wife is gonna paint this just so it kind of matches the feel of the truck or the theme of the truck anyways. But right now this is kind of temporary. So we are gonna be putting on, ProCharger has an intake for this. It is a water-cooled intake. So that will be going on here at some point. It's just to get the thing running and going right now. This is the setup we're going with. And I hope everything kind of fits here. If it doesn't, we might have to change plans a little bit because this does stick out quite a bit more than stock, obviously. We got the 6-liter dressed as much as we are going to dress it because basically what we're trying to do is just get the front end down to ride height and then we can set the back end for the 4-link. Come on over here. We got our FTI transmission. I believe this is a 4.5 stage 4.5, but good to 1,000 horsepower, which it's the same one that's in the Chevelle over there. And we've had absolutely no issues with it. So it's got a custom converter for the setup of the engine with the ProCharger, everything like that. It's a burnout application, but we'll be able to take this thing down the road if we decide to drag and drive it as well. But we opted to put on an SFI bell and scatter shield just in case we do go racing it, but also just to kind of protect me. Like you really do have to protect yourself when you're doing stuff like this. So to put on this extra stuff, it's not that much more money, but it's definitely worth it. We do have a trans brake on here as well. So if we do go drag racing, we have everything that we need. Only thing I need now is just the transmission mount, but we're gonna get the engine off the hoist here. I ended up having to use the old engine mounts because the ones I bought wouldn't fit. So that's what you get with some remanufactured stuff. Sometimes it's just not within spec. I couldn't even get the bolts in. So, and it says right on the part for this specific application. So that's nice. So get this off of the stand here, get it attached to our transmission, and we'll slide it in there and see how much that front end drops. We'll have to adjust the springs on the coilovers to hold the front end up a bit. I don't want to slam this right to the ground, but we're going to be riding low. The back end is going to be going down about 3 inches from where it's currently at. And aside from doing a C-notch in it, which I don't think I'm gonna do, we just need to have 2.5 inches between diff and frame. So that's where we're at for that. So we're hoping get the engine tranny in it and get the front end set to where we want, that we can come back here, we can drop it and set the ride height of where we need it for when we put the 4-link on. Hopefully we can be welding and putting everything together here kind of end of the week. But I got to put the cross member back in this so we can slide the transmission in on top of it, go from there. And just like that, our FTI transmission is attached to our engine. So I'm gonna crawl under there, put the cross member in, and then we can set this thing in there and see how it all fits. So one thing I try to do when I'm installing a new engine or anything like that, I try to bang it against as much as I can. Bang it up against the firewall, against the frame. Really getting those first few scratches out of the way really helps you. Like, you realize that it's gonna get scratched up at some point. I like show cars, but I'm not a show car kind of guy. So yeah, get those first few scratches out of the way and then you got nothing to worry about. All right, so it is in. Got my electrician here. He's wiring in the hoist, so it's always got power, which will be nice. It's so hot here today, but it's a dry hot. It's nice. Anyways, we got the engine put in here. Transmission down there. We are going to, I'm gonna get the truck up in the air, the transmission onto the stand so we can put it in. I got steam vent kit from Holly. So yeah, once we put our water pump on, we can plumb that into the water pump. Chuck with Lemons headers is gonna be coming out, and we're gonna be scanning everything here because we're gonna be making a custom set of headers for this. And we were gonna like take the engine in and out, like scan it like this, and then pull the engine, scan everything, so everything was perfect. But there is enough room, and I think with it being on the hoist, we should be able to get a good scan on our 6-liter here from Powertrain Products. Sometimes you do stupid things, and when you're doing jobs and you only half finish them and then you go back and finish them, you forget something. I forgot to put Loctite on the crank bolt, so that's got to come apart, and we got to Loctite that. So if it's not one thing, it's the other. So I'm gonna get this thing up. Get it up. All right. We just gotta make sure that it's not tippy. It isn't tippy. So the outriggers I put for the cage, that's where I'm lifting it from. So hopefully those are welded on good. And then another thing we're doing, because we had a fire here, so up there, we had some wires short out and start a fire here last week. So I sucked out the well pit 2 days ago. There was 4 or 5 feet of water in there. So we're trying to get the water to slow down, and we're gonna get this well working again so that this thing works. So if we have another fire, we got some water down here. Like when I had the welding shop, I made sure that thing was running, and then shut down the welding shop, and yeah, so I need water down here just in case, right? Just in case. So that's on the list of priorities. And then plus we put some power to some places that I needed power so we can get our cameras rolling too. So, okay, sometimes we don't show the sketchy stuff around here just because the internet's crazy. People get mad. So we got 2 ratchet straps holding the transmission on the jack, and it just lined up, fell right in place. For fuck's sake. This is never had this happen before. So I'm gonna get some bolts in it, and then we're gonna jack it up, put the cross member in, and then the engine and transmission are in. This is an exciting day. I had to set the intake on here just to double check our clearance, and I think we're okay. I think the engine's got to be tilted forward a bit more. Installed the headers that we have. Everything is super tight and inconvenient to put those on. This side slid in there nice, but I do got to get the truck up in the air, and basically these should go straight out the back. So I have to try and level the engine out to where those are pointing where the exhaust needs to go. Like there's not a whole bunch of clearance down in there. So, and then another thing we have to build a cross member for this. So as you can see, our transmission's sitting up on the cross member, and that's not how it's supposed to be. So it was a 4L60 that came out of this. I thought it was an 80, and the 80 and a 400 are the same measurements. The 60's obviously different. So I'm not 100% sure how I'm gonna deal with this. I'm gonna take this and just cut this off, and then build a pad to where it needs to be, or we put in a tubular one or something. So that was an unexpected problem, but the transmission does have to go up about another inch. And if you look, we have lots of room here for scatter shields, so that's good. We were gonna sheet all this in here, but the scatter shield fits, so that's perfect. Our exhaust, so it's 3.5 inch. So as you can see, if we come level with that, yes, it does need to come up because the exhaust will be coming. Oh, well that one's already in the right position. So that's great. This one is not bent right by the looks of it. And this one is maybe bent down a bit. So that's fun. Looking forward to getting some lemons built. And this O2 bung here, that is probably not enough room to get an O2 sensor in there. And this one is on top. So that's awesome. That's not where they're supposed to be. But we're gonna get this thing jacked up to where I think it needs to be, and we can go from there. Okay, so engine transmission is in. So we got our powertrain products, boost ready, 6 liter. We got an FTI turbo 400 behind it. We're covered in Holley here. Gotta love Holley. Huge shout out to them. So yeah, that's kind of it for right now. I'm waiting on a transmission mount so that we can set the height to the transmission and get it mounted, because it was a 4L60, so it's different than the turbo 400. And once that comes, we can get the height set and get that welded up. So I think what we're gonna do, we have a few brackets that we have to start making as well. We have our shifter handle, like our shifter pad that we need to make for a shifter, as well as mounting our, we have a Holley 12-inch Pro Dash for this truck. So in the next episode, we're gonna be working on either that stuff, or we're gonna be working on the 4-link. But we have some exciting other stuff that's coming. I can't wait for you guys to see it. The Cruvell's coming back on the channel for something. You'll see. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Appreciate it. Be sure to like, subscribe, all that stuff. It's because of you guys we get to build these fun cars and trucks and have all this fun. So I appreciate it. And yeah, I hope you guys like the content.